For thousands of years, humans believed matter could be magically transformed, that lead could become gold, and illness could be cured through hidden forces. What's surprising is that this obsession didn't just fail, it accidentally gave birth to modern chemistry. To understand how, we need to see why chemistry did not begin in modern laboratories, but in a much older human desire to control and transform matter. This is the Learning Studio, the place where complex ideas are stripped of confusion, connected to the real world, and rebuilt from first principles so you actually understand what's happening, not just memorize terms. And in this chemistry playlist, we're going to trace how chemistry evolved from its earliest beginnings into the science that now powers medicine, energy, climate solutions, advanced materials, and even AI-driven discovery. Most people think how chemistry was born from alchemy is something you only encounter in history books or ancient laboratories. But the reality is that this transformation quietly controls processes you rely on every single day, often without realizing it. For example, when you heat food, purify water, extract medicine from plants, or separate substances using filtration or distillation, you are already seeing the core principle behind the shift from alchemy to chemistry in action, because these everyday actions follow the same logic. Matter behaves according to consistent rules that can be tested and repeated. What's happening at the molecular level is actually simple. Instead of treating matter as something mystical or symbolic, it is treated as something measurable and predictable. Substances are broken down, combined, heated, cooled, and separated through repeatable physical and chemical processes. And this commitment to observation, experimentation, and measurement, rather than belief or secrecy, is exactly what scientists define as the birth of chemistry. But this way of thinking didn't appear overnight. It evolved gradually through a chain of people who pushed the world from mystery toward method. In its earliest form, alchemy still played a crucial role. Early figures such as Jabir ibn Hayyan helped introduce systematic experimentation, laboratory apparatus, distillation techniques, crystallization methods, and written procedures. Even though alchemists often had mystical goals, these methods mattered because they made chemical work testable, repeatable, and teachable, which is the real seed of science. As this experimental mindset spread, chemistry began moving closer to real human needs. Centuries later, Paracelsus challenged traditional alchemy by arguing that chemicals should be used to treat disease rather than chase gold. That shift pushed chemical knowledge toward medicine and health, and it planted the early logic behind pharmacology and medicinal chemistry. Substances can change the body through predictable effects, not magic. The decisive break from alchemy came when secrecy began to die and measurement became the rule. Robert Boyle rejected symbolic explanations and insisted chemical claims must be backed by controlled experiments and clear evidence that others could reproduce. This wasn't just a philosophical change. It turned chemistry into a discipline where truth could be checked, not merely believed. That transformation was finally locked into place by Antoine Lavoisier, who introduced the law of conservation of mass, modernized chemical naming, and showed that chemical reactions obey quantitative laws. After Lavoisier, chemistry fully separated from alchemy and became a science capable of explaining, predicting, and controlling matter with precision. And that is why this story isn't just history. What began as humanity's attempt to manipulate matter through mystery became the foundation for drug development, clean energy technologies, advanced materials, environmental science, and now even AI-driven chemical discovery. The same experimental mindset that evolved out of alchemy still drives chemistry today. The difference is that we now measure, model, and engineer matter instead of guessing. And once you understand how chemistry emerged from alchemy through experimentation and measurement, the next logical question is unavoidable. If chemistry explains transformation, then what exactly is matter made of? That takes us directly into the next episode, where we break down why everything in the universe is made of atoms, and why that single idea explains more of your world than you think.